Could you ever imagine a rematch that nobody expected, yet here we are, Biden versus Trump in 2024, but what makes this face-off different? In the grand tapestry of American politics, we're witnessing a scene that seems eerily familiar, yet is distinctly different. The stage is set once again for Joe Biden and Donald Trump, two stalwarts of American politics, to go head-to-head in the upcoming presidential election. Now you might be thinking, haven't we seen this before? Yes, indeed we have. Yet this rematch has an unexpected twist. This time around, there are key issues at play that significantly distinguish this election from the previous one. Immigration, for one, is a hot topic. Trump, despite not being on Twitter, has managed to maintain a strong stance on immigration, which has resonated with his core base. Biden, on the other hand, is grappling with criticisms aimed at his handling of the southern border crisis, a challenge that he must address effectively to strengthen his position. Then, there's foreign policy. Biden's decisions, particularly in the Middle East, have stirred up a whirlwind of reactions, impacting his support within his own party. In contrast, Trump's rhetoric, though controversial, continues to rally his staunch supporters. Lastly, a factor that cannot be overlooked is the age and fitness for office of the two candidates. Both Biden and Trump are under the microscope, with people raising concerns about their ability to serve as president due to their age. As we delve deeper, we'll see that while the two contenders may be familiar, the battleground and the stakes have dramatically changed. The rematch is on, but the game, my friends, is not the same. Stay tuned as we dissect these issues further, shedding light on what makes Biden versus Trump in 2024 a unique chapter in the annals of American political history. Donald Trump, the man who needs no introduction, but let's focus on the policies that have kept his loyal base intact. When it comes to immigration policy, Trump's approach is firm and unapologetic. He sees it as a means to protect American jobs and way of life. This strong stance resonates with his core supporters, who view immigration as a critical issue. They appreciate his commitment to enforcing stricter border controls and his push for a more merit-based immigration system. This approach has been a cornerstone of his political platform, contributing significantly to his popularity among his followers. However, Trump's communication strategy took a significant hit when he was banned from Twitter. This platform was his primary channel for reaching out to his followers, sharing his views, and rallying support. The ban has forced him to adapt his strategy, leading to a shift in the way he interacts with the public. Despite this setback, he continues to maintain a strong presence in the public eye, using other platforms and media outlets to send his messages. The impact of this ban on public perception is twofold. On one hand, it has arguably reduced his visibility and direct reach. On the other hand, it has also amplified the perception of Trump as a political outsider, reinforcing his appeal to those who are disillusioned with the status quo. Throughout his political journey, Trump has faced numerous controversies. From allegations of misconduct to impeachment trials, his political career has been anything but smooth. Yet, these controversies seem to have little effect on his core base. In fact, they appear to have only solidified their loyalty. Trump's supporters see him as a fighter, someone who is unafraid to take on the establishment, and this perception seems to outweigh any controversy. Despite the controversies, Trump's core base remains loyal, but how does this compare to Biden's standing? Joe Biden, a seasoned politician with a career that spans decades, but how are his policies shaping the public's perception of him? As we delve into the third act of our discussion, we turn our attention to the current head of state, President Joe Biden. His tenure in office has been marked by a series of challenges, particularly in the arenas of immigration and foreign policy. Let's begin with immigration. Biden's handling of the southern border crisis has been a major point of contention. Critics argue that his administration has not done enough to address the influx of migrants, leading to a humanitarian crisis. His detractors point to overcrowded detention centers and an alleged lack of a clear, comprehensive immigration policy as evidence of his shortcomings in this area. Then, there's foreign policy. Biden's decisions, especially those pertaining to the Middle East, have sparked backlash not just from his political opponents, but also within his own party. His approach to the Middle East has been deemed by some as inconsistent and lacking in strategic foresight. This has resulted in a decline in his support base within the Democratic Party, further complicating his political standing. However, it's important to remember that public perception is rarely a monolith. While Biden has faced criticism, there are many who stand by his decisions, arguing that they reflect a nuanced understanding of complex issues. Biden's challenges are indeed mounting, and his support within the Democratic Party is wavering. But how do these factors stack up in the rematch? As we move forward, it's necessary to consider not just the policies and their public perception, but also the man behind them. Is Biden's political experience enough to navigate these turbulent times, or will these challenges prove to be a stumbling block in his bid for re-election? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the dynamics of the upcoming election. Age and fitness for office, a concern that both candidates cannot escape. But how does this factor into the 2024 election? As we delve deeper into the political landscape, the issue of age and fitness for office emerges as a significant concern for both candidates. It's an issue that's been lingering around like an uninvited guest at a party, and it refuses to leave. But what impact does it truly have on the candidacy of these two political heavyweights? Let's start with Joe Biden. A veteran politician, Biden has spent more than half a century in public service. However, his advanced age has led to speculation about his ability to serve effectively as president. The concerns aren't unfounded, as the rigorous demands of the presidency require not just intellectual acuity, but also physical stamina. Yet Biden has been resilient, weathering criticism and proving his critics wrong on numerous occasions. Is age just a number for him? Or will it eventually become a roadblock in his pursuit of the presidency? On the other side, we have Donald Trump. Though not as old as Biden, Trump too is not immune to concerns about his age and fitness. His previous tenure as president was punctuated by questions about his health, both mental and physical. But like Biden, Trump too has managed to shrug off these concerns, even using them to fuel his fiery rhetoric and galvanize his core base of supporters. The question then arises, are these concerns about age and fitness valid, or are they just another tool in the political toolbox used to sway public opinion? The reality is that age and fitness for office are not just about the number of years a candidate has lived or their physical condition. They're about experience, wisdom, resilience, and the ability to lead. They're about the candidate's capacity to make tough decisions, to weather crises, and to guide the nation through turbulent times. As the election draws closer, the age and fitness of the candidates will undoubtedly play a significant role in the voters' decision. But it's important to remember that these are just one of many factors that voters will consider. After all, it's not just about who is the fittest or the youngest, but who is the best fit for the highest office in the land. As the election draws closer, the age and fitness of the candidates will undoubtedly play a significant role in the voters' decision. As we've seen, this isn't just a rematch, it's a whole new game with different challenges and stakes. In this political chess match, Donald Trump seems to have an upper hand when it comes to immigration policy. He's leveraged this strength to secure a close grip on the Republican nomination. Amidst the clamor of promises and policies, his voice echoes strong and clear, resonating with his loyal base. Surprisingly, this remains the case even without the amplifying power of his once ubiquitous Twitter platform. On the other side of the aisle, Joe Biden is grappling with a slew of challenges. His approach to foreign policy, particularly in the Middle East, has raised eyebrows and ruffled feathers within his own party. Additionally, the handling of the southern border crisis has added another layer of complexity to his bid for re-election. These factors have painted a target on his back, inviting criticism and scrutiny from all directions. Yet the elephant in the room isn't policy or public perception, but rather the age and fitness of both candidates. Questions swirl around their ability to lead one of the world's most powerful nations. Concerns have been raised about Biden's capacity to serve as president due to his age. But let's not forget Trump, too, faces similar scrutiny. Age and fitness for office are universal issues, transcending party lines. So, as we stand on the precipice of the upcoming presidential election, we find ourselves in a unique, almost paradoxical situation. A rematch, yes, but one that is tangled with new challenges, evolving public sentiments, and pressing concerns about age and fitness. A rematch, certainly, but also a whole new game. Regardless of the outcome, this election will undeniably be a defining moment in American politics.